Hello, off the pole peeps. I'm currently at Amsterdam airport, so if you start hearing some Dutch, like tannoy speaker thing, then apologise. But I have some time to kill, and I've had a request from a lovely student that I was talking to over the weekend, so shout out to Moritz. He literally just asked me to do this, and I said I would, and I thought, why not now? If my internet cuts out also, then blame the airport, I don't know. So I hear this question a lot, and I'm not going to go on like a rant about why you shouldn't do it. I'm kind of going to try and encourage you to think about why we encourage you not to do it as instructors, because I know a lot of people, hey Andrew Farrell, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'll do it, it's easy, or it's fine, and da-da-da. And I've been doing like a little mini rant in my workshops recently, so if you've been to one of those, you would have heard this story. So I'm using the analogy of twisted grip is like the chocolate cake of pole. So everybody loves chocolate cake because it tastes good and it makes you feel good inside, and some people can get away with eating chocolate cake all the time. This is fine. But if you eat chocolate cake all the time, there are consequences. Sometimes they're not that visual, so some people don't put on any weight, trying to keep the analogy going. But internally, stuff is still going on, like the sugar is still affecting your body. So same with the twisted grip. It's good to have it, every now and again, that's fine, but you need your vegetables, which is like the cup grip handspring, and your conditioning. Tannoy, see? Hi everybody joining. I'll just say hi while I'm being interrupted by the tannoy. Hi Snedden. Hi Adam. I'll be home soon, doll. I know you love chocolate cake, Snedden. That's the point. Everyone loves twisted grip. It feels easier because your shoulder is locked in, but it's completely internally rotated, and stability comes in the shoulder with external rotation. So if you just did twisted grips all the time, you are going to get injured at some point. It might not be straight away, but it's going to happen. So I'm not saying never do it, but if you're not strong enough to do a true grip, Vanessa, thank you, you're drunk, you're not listening. If you're not strong enough to do a cup grip or a true grip handspring yet, I would just take a step back and question whether it's a good idea for you to be doing twisted grip just because it's easier. Like, yes, I could eat chocolate cake all the time. I'm an adult, I buy my own food. But is it really good for me? Probably not. That's why I have to spread out the nutrition, get a bit of balance. Twisted grip is evil. Start with true grip, Stacey Snedden. This is kind of what I'm getting at without trying to be too ranty. I like to use true grip and especially cup grip as a tester for twisted grip. Look at twisted grip as a transition. It's not a strength exercise. You don't need to be strong to do it. It's a cheat. You're cheating yourself out of strength. If you do a twisted grip, you are not strong enough to do a cup grip or a true grip. But if you do a true grip or a cup grip, you are strong enough to do a twisted grip. I feel like I'm going to be saying grip a lot in this video. But if you condition yourself to do I'm reading comments as well, so distracted. If you condition yourself to do the other two, even though they might be harder, your twisted grip will be easier, and then you can only do it when you absolutely have to. There are moves that you have to use a twisted grip, but it's definitely not things like getting your deadlift handspring. I would train that in a cup grip first, honestly, even though you might not enjoy it as much, because it's going to make you a better poler in the long run. It's going to reduce the risk of injury, and you're going to feel better for it. You're going to be way more appreciative of those strength gains as you see them with cup grip than you would with twisted grip. I'm going to read the comments a little bit now. Rebecca Dorset, you made me love cup grip, Scotty. Feels better than twisted grip for sure. Your body wants to do cup grip, it just doesn't know it yet. It wants to be in this position. It doesn't want to be in this crazy position. If you picked up a heavy bag of shopping, you wouldn't rotate your arm in a crazy way. What if you're more into pudding than cake, Andrew Farrell? Well, it's just an analogy. I'm hoping that you're just going to work with me a little bit. I like chocolate cake. Adam Barr, cup grip flag. For those of you who don't know, Adam Barr, oh love of my life, he can only do a cup grip flag. That's his one pole trick. That's his first one. That was his only one. He did that, and he's like, I've peaked. I don't need to learn anymore. So you can send hate mail his way. Just click on the link. My shoulder hates twisted. Yeah. Hi, Tom Rawls, our pole dancer. Tom Rawls, this dude here, he designed all the logos that I use. So shout out to Tom. I feel that cup grip feels very insecure. So, Katrin, you're not alone. Everyone feels like that initially. And Adam Bar, One Trick Pony. Cup grip, this is a little sneaky trick that I'll show you. Obviously, I would always recommend going to Tannoy. I always recommend going to an instructor, getting spotted. Don't just do this and think it's going to work. But if you're close to cup grip and you're not quite getting it, most people just hook on like this and it doesn't feel good. But if you wrap around that little bit more, so it's not just on your fingers, it's on the palm of your hand, it feels 10 times better. Start slow as well. Your body's got to get used to it, and it feels the best at the top when you're strong enough to do it. If you can only know the one thing, cup flag isn't a bad one. Rock on Adam, I know. It's very frustrating. He's like, oh, is it like this? And then just did it straight away. So yeah. So next time your instructor is trying to explain to you, or trying to say, let's not just do twisted, let's try some other grips. Think about the anatomy of your shoulder. I did another live feed about it. I always talk about shoulders, but to be honest, it's pretty important for pole. Your shoulder is a teeny tiny ball and socket joint held together with teeny tiny rotator cuff muscles. And if you're putting it in this crazy position and then hanging off it without the proper muscle engagement, you're just going to wear it out. And if you want to be able to pole dance more and lift your arm up above your head without pain, I would recommend, and I'm sure many instructors are with me on this, just tone it down a bit with a twisted grip. Take your time. It's not a rush. There isn't a freaking, gold star for getting a twisted grip. You're just going to end up injuring yourself and be away from pole for ages. And then you're going to fall behind and get more frustrated. So work on the other ones. Build up to it. Use twisted grip at, your own discretion. You know your body, but just like you eat cake, don't eat it all the time. I'm going to read some more. Feels epic when you get cup grip. Better than all the others. Yeah, man, I agree. It does feel good. And all those people are like, it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel safe. It's actually one of the safest grips because your shoulder is properly engaged. You have a hook. You're going to channel your inner spirit animal of the sloth, and you're not going to let go. There's no way. Is it better to teach only cup grip and then later teach twisted? I would teach true grip probably first because people feel the most. This is from Sarah, sorry if people are going to watch this later. So Sarah, is it better to only teach cup grip and then teach later twisted? I would teach true grip handspring first, and then I would teach cup grip because people tend to feel more secure with the true grip, and you can link it with things like going in your, getting a bit tired, your D shape, so coming in from like butterflies and things like that split grip position is going to be more, their body's going to be more used to it. Then do cup grip, and then I would do twisted grip with my students that were strong enough and could prove to me that they could engage their shoulders correctly, or use it in transitions because it's not the be all and end all of a handspring. It's just like I get very upset when I watch like shoulders just tweaking all out of place, and you may not feel pain. It doesn't mean that there's not damage. So just bear that in mind. Katie, I need to do a workshop with you for this. I did one where I could only just shoulder mount and came out doing a Titanic. You're an awesome teacher. I swear I didn't read that comment before I started reading it. Thanks, Katie. Loving news. Emily Smith, student, but twisty grip is easier. Me, facepalm. Yes. It is easier. It doesn't require any real muscle engagement whatsoever. I'm not saying you shouldn't be proud when you get a pole trick, but see it for what it is. And I show this in my workshops. When you go up into an Aisha, or a handspring, using your twisted grip, you can just flop into it at the top. No core engagement, no real shoulder engagement. The straddle position doesn't matter. You could just fall into it, do whatever you want. true grip and cup grip, you can't. You have to keep a nice neutral back. Your shoulders have to be engaged. Oh, I'm back. I lost you, but I'm back. So yeah, don't know how much you got of that, but hopefully you got the point. It feels harder because it is harder, but that's because it's better. Or as the fight game would say, as I'm going to quote Adam Barr now, train hard, fight easy. So we should train harder than we expect to perform. If you're expecting to do a twisted grip deadlift in your performance, then I would make sure that I could do 10 cup grip deadlifts, and so I knew my shoulder was strong enough to do it in that moment in a 3 or 4 minute hardcore routine, because that's the time when you're going to possibly tear something, when you're not thinking about it, or if it's in a combo, etc. I'm going to continue to read. Inner spirit animal of the sloth. Yes, Katie. Yeah. Emily Smith, don't even teach it anymore, easy without. It's kind of ignorance is bliss with some students. Like, if you don't know it, you're not going to care about it as much. I think we put a lot of emphasis on it. Trolley man. We put a lot of emphasis on it in the pole community, like, oh, you should be able to twisted grip deadlift, and you just totally shouldn't. It's really hard on your shoulder, so you're going to be able to do less of the other fun tricks. Still scrolling. Are you talking about cake still? Can't do any twisted grip, find true grip easier. Exactly. I started with true grip, then I learned twisted grip, and then I found cup grip. So it's not like I haven't done twisted grip for years, but I do a lot more true grip and cup grip training and conditioning, and if I need to do twisted, then it feels alright. I always thought that twisty was harder or better for you. Can't wait to get into the studio and train true grips more and do a true grip lift. Oh yes, good job, Laura. Gemma, can handspring true grip, but not with a twisted grip for the life of me. Don't worry about it. Just don't even do it. It's not even worth it. Oh my gosh, live from the freaking airport. Well, I thought I could go home and then I'll try and plan it too much. It's better just to rant. Would you be able to record a tutorial of the different grips? Not so much like, I mean, for me, it's all about the bottom shoulder. If you're strong in the bottom shoulder, it shouldn't matter what the top shoulder is. So if you have shoulder stability, you can properly externally rotate your arm and put power and weight through it, and you can do that a number of different ways. Then you should be able to adjust the top arm mainly through, so you can't see what I'm doing. The people in the airport think I'm crazy, by the way. You should be able to move through true grip, cup grip, twisted grip if you need to, without anything really changing. That's my view. Natasha, when learning things and I can't do them, other students say, have you tried twisted grip? But knowing my tutor doesn't like it, I've never tried it, would rather learn the hard way. Good job, Natasha. Don't succumb to peer pressure. Just say, I'm not eating chocolate cake today. I'm going to have my micronutrient-dense cup grip. That's what you should say. I'm not making a lot of sense now. So yeah, I'm probably going to sign off now, because otherwise I'll continue to ramble. But hopefully that explained my twisted grip chocolate cake analogy. Channel the sloth, and go to a good instructor, get spotted, don't rush, let your central nervous system catch up with your strength gains, and enjoy pole. I'm gonna catch a flight.